I wish sleeping was a sport.
Old people. I know, I hate to say it. I love my grandpa. He is super cool. But the older I get, the less patience I have for old people, which sort of scares me because I wonder, like, where is the eventual overlap going to occur? Like, where am I going to hit my saturation point of patience to then I actually slip into the other side, turn around, and then I am the old person? Is it going to be like this volcano in one split second before I spew like this ageist geriatric lava that everything goes quiet, it goes white, and I slip into senility myself? I don't know though, but for whatever reason, old people, they just cannot get over this phase. I just seem to scream, come talk to this little cutie. Let's hear her life story. She looks like a sweetie. Which I guess part of it is my fault, because despite having this like inner snarky, sarcastic monologue in my head, I have a phobia of offending people or hurting their feelings. So yes, I will be the person who smiles and just nods. So no matter what airplane I get on, it's Grandma Biddy plops down next to me, and before we even get to the fasten your seatbelt, she's like 20 grandkids deep into her life story, and I'm like frantically scanning for the nearest thing that can be used like as a suffocation device. I mean, it can be for her, it can be for me. I really don't care. Just like whatever ends the conversation. Just yesterday, in fact, I was in the grocery store, and do you ever just get random strangers that come up to you and, like, strike up conversations? Well, I'm there, and this old guy's like, are these from here? And I look over, and he's holding this, like, tub of grapes, and I want to be like, dude, I have no idea. I know nothing more than you do, except for the fact that these are on sale for $2.99. And so I sort of just like nod blankly, and he keeps going, we don't have these from where I'm from. And I think, like, where you're from, does like Sunnyside Estates not have grapes, or have they all like spontaneously turned into prunes by now? So in times like this, to amuse myself with these conversations, I play these little psychological tests, and I try and see how obviously uninterested a person can appear before the person actually, notices. And the thing with old people is they just never notice. So I'm just like backing my cart up foot by foot, and finally, like, I'm 10 feet away, and I'm like, bye, sir. Have a great day. Bye, sweetie. And I just go on my, merry little way. My grandma, every time I see her, she asks me the same two questions. How is your art? And where are you living now? And honestly, it kind of sums up everything that she thinks about me. I am just like this artist hobo who has no home, is like constantly bouncing around. And I mean, to my credit, I haven't done art for like 2 years, and to her knowledge, I've only lived in 2 cities my entire life. So give me a little what's what. Meanwhile, she does brag to me about my cousin who got herself knocked up at 17. She trapped a guy. Watch out, boys. And then is living off of welfare. So, I mean, I guess I can only aim to aim higher, because here I am, a 30-year-old. I own a dog, and we've already established I'm an artistic hobo, which kind of makes me wonder, what do old people think of us, like, in general? Like, by 20, most of them had, like, popped out 3 kids. They'd, like, fought in, like, 1 war, 2 wars. They'd come home. They're working these horrible 9-to-5 jobs, but because they have to do, like, man up, we just gotta do it. We're like, flash forward, our biggest worries are like, oh my God, like, what Instagram filter am I gonna use? Oh my God, Chipotle, what are you doing? You keep getting nailed with these codes. How am I supposed to eat there? Or, worst of all worst is when we are out of avocado, bitch. What is that? So, I guess we need to keep things in perspective. I do find it really funny, though, when old people, they actively want to get involved and kind of keep up with us. It does prove that no matter how old you get, you're not immune to peer pressure and just this internal burning desire, this need to fit in. I'm running the other day and I passed by the same group of these old people walkers. Would that be a gaggle of geriatric speed walkers? Well, as I'm going this way, they're walking this way, and I listened to a bit of their conversation. And this one woman is trying to explain to her elderly friend that Instagram videos, now Instagram videos can be longer, but no, Vine videos are super short. They're only 30 seconds. And I was surprised. This old chick actually knew what Vine was. I mean, she got it a little wrong, but she did know what the social media outlet was. So they're trying to now, mix it up and make it in there with the younger generation. But then again, it kind of weirds us out, or it makes me a little uncomfortable. I'm with my friend the other day, and she's like, "Oh my God, my grandma just followed me on Instagram." And then I looked at her and I'm like, "Oh geez, what is the protocol?" We're having this debate, being like, I really don't want to follow her. My God, am I obligated to? And I kind of take this stand because I'm like, you know what? Old people, we gave you Facebook. You came and you took it over. Okay, have it. But now why you gotta keep, now you're taking Instagram. Apparently they're trying to get on Vine. Stick to one social media. And so my friend and I, we finally came up with the conclusion that no, this is the end. I am not going to follow someone who's a family member just because they're a family member. And grandma, come on. I don't want to be just your 13th follower. And the other thing with old people is their accounts are always private. And I think it's because they're still just in general a little skeezed out by the internet in general. And I'm pretty sure they think that if they make their profiles public, they're just going to open themselves up for the Craigslist killer. He's going to come in and get them. And I kind of want to be no, actually, Gma, Craigslist killer is going to look at your 4 little pictures. You've got one sad little kitty and bad lighting, and then the cracked up, bird bath from 4th of July 2 years back. And Craigslist killer just going to keep on going, keep on rolling. Next. But I said that some old people are super cool. My grandpa is one of them. And hello, Betty White. She's cooler than 99% of the rest of us. But my grandpa, it's interesting. I think he really didn't come into his own until my grandma passed, which I know that really does sound horrible. But grandpa 20 years ago, he'd be eating and he'd get these corn niblets stuck in his mustache and beard. He'd be like, "Oh, just saving some for later." And of course we'd all give him the the little charity laugh. Heard that joke 500 times. But no, flash forward to grandpa circa 2016. This man is cracking jokes about Caitlyn Jenner, making references to all these actual Lady Gaga. What is that? He's talking about all his lady friends, and I'm like, "Hey, grandpa, would you like me to come and visit sometime?" And he's all, "Well, let's see, Tuesday I'm working at the golf course. Well, Wednesday's my poker night with the boys. Friday I'm going dancing with, I can't remember which one right now. But I'm going dancing, so maybe, I don't know, maybe Sunday or Monday I might, but I'll have to get back to you." Get back to me. Wow, my grandpa's social calendar is more booked up than mine. And ladies plural, playa. And he does that, mind you. No Bumble, no Tinder. He's old school. it works. But, then there's the old man that I'm stuck behind in line at the grocery store, and he's asking the clerk 20 times, how much is this ground beef? And the clerk's trying to say to him, sir, you have ground turkey. How much is this ground beef? Anyways, do you guys have any funny old people stories? Leave a comment below. Or do you have a kick-ass grandfather like mine who's a playa? No need for Tinder. Leave a comment below. Please be sure to subscribe and come back for more. Also, if you're on Instagram and under the age of 90, feel free to follow me. I am at Kate Schock. That is at CAITCHOCK. Thank you very much. Until next time, go get your rascals.
Please subscribe and follow. I need the external validation.